Hi, and welcome to the Never Cast Off podcast. I wanted to make sure Sheila squirm a little bit. Is she going to start or not? It worked. Okay, hi, my name is Debbie. I'm Deb's Destiny. Also, I was going to say also known as
Also
Debbie.
known as Debbie.
I'm Deb's Destiny on Ravelry and Instagram, and this is
Blue
Sheila.
Yard always on Instagram and Ravelry. Oh my God. I'm like
Yeah.
losing them. And thank God for bags on Etsy.
Yep.
There you go.
Awesome.
So I got it all squared away, and this is November the 8th, episode
78. I checked.
78.
I did.
And we have a Biggest Loser winner for October.
No way.
We do. I got the text message from the Fiber Pusher.
Oh.
I do. So if you're posting for November, you should be over in the Fiber Pusher podcast group and posting over there. So the winner for October, and that would be in the Never Cast Off podcast group in Ravelry, is Simona Maloney. Congratulations.
Congrats.
You are the biggest loser in October. Cello dancer, you are in second place. Excuse me. Ange in the East is in third. And according to the Fiber Pusher, there's only 491 grams difference
Whoa.
between first and third position.
You know what I suggest? Chunky yarn. Chunky yarn. Make a sweater.
So, Simona, we're not going to sabotage you with yarn. You are going to get this cute little bean bag. And it's like black beans, or is it a potato bag? Is that potatoes? Could be potatoes, red potatoes.
Could be olives.
It could be olives too. It's a mystery. You'll figure it out when you get it. But this is from Lena's Design on Etsy. She was gracious enough to give us a bunch of bags. So you're going to get this bag, this little box bag, and there's stuff inside of it.
Whoa.
So inside, there's some Beyond Clean. And this is from Unicorn.
Yep,
Fiber Wash.
Yep, they sent us a couple samples.
They did.
Amazing to work with.
And their code is Clean Happy.
Yeah, if you put that in there, it'll give you 10% off of the order. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
You're going to get a DPN cozy or needle cozy from Lena's Design. And this material is special to her country. I believe it goes this way.
It's a horse.
Yep, there you see the horse there.
Yeah.
And then also I purchased a little gem at the Fiber Expo, a gem fiber wash. And I didn't get the girl's card, but she said you just take this, put your hands together, and then you just wash your fiber with it. It's got a good smell to it too. Want to smell?
Yep. Ooh, that is nice.
It is. So all of this can be yours if you private message me on Ravelry.
Oh.
So we're getting down to the wire. There's only 2 months left. So November, post in the Fiber Pusher podcast group. And in December, it is our group in the Never Cast Off podcast.
Yeah, back with us.
It's close. It is very quick.
It's close.
So I'm not sure if this is beans or potatoes. You decide.
Or olives.
Or olives. Bean, potato, olive. You know how they say potato. So we have this for you.
Okay, so we have one more.
She's got another giveaway.
This is actually really, really cool. This is from Unicorn, and it's the Beyond Clean, Beyond Soft, and Beyond Fiber Wash.
That's a good giveaway.
And I'm so excited to be able to offer this to you. I love their stuff. They have Scour Power too. It's not in here, but that's another product that they offer.
And if you were at the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo and bought fiber, that would be great to have.
Excellent.
To wash your yarn.
Yes, it would be.
Or your fiber.
Yep, if you went anywhere for that. And just a really cute little unicorn on there.
I don't really care for the unicorn. I like the stuff in the bottle. The container.
I think it's cute.
So how do you enter?
To enter, there is a thread. And what we want to do is you have to comment something about what...
Ask a question. She asked you a question.
Yeah, there was a question. You just have to respond to it. And we're going to be announcing the winner on the next podcast. In the thread, we ended up putting on the first podcast after
Did you
November
fix it or
8th.
what, edit it or whatever?
No, it was the first podcast after November 8th, and today's November 8th. So is it the first one after today? So the next one is going to be when we're announcing the winner.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing for this. So you get the cute little stuffed animal.
I would like to
then-
win that. That's a good
Yeah,
prize.
I wish you could enter. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm
That's
sorry.
all right. That's all right. But speaking of Ann Arbor, we were there, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And it was a great day. I mean, got to meet so many of the ladies that watch the podcast. So we got, let's see, I made a little list.
Craft and Fool.
Craft and Fool came by.
That was Sue who waited for me, right? That was.
I believe
I
so.
think so.
Fireboy's wife, she was there because I at the yarn stop in Clawson. She was a student
Yeah.
for one of my classes.
Oh, cool.
And then Simona O'Malley was vending there.
Oh,
so it was great
cool.
to see her. We had dinner with Picky Uni.
Yeah.
And
the fiber pusher.
Yep.
Benita. And Sandy, too.
AKA
so
Sheldon.
much. Sheldon. Yeah. Hi, Sheldon.
And then
she's not watching us, so it doesn't care. We can call her Sheldon.
And then I think Jay McCreary came up too.
Cool.
To the booth, and then we got some pictures with Benita and everything. But it was so nice to meet everybody in person too, because all we usually ever see is that little avatar.
Yeah,
you know?
and meeting somebody and actually being able to like talk to them, it's so cool.
You know
for
what
us.
was really cool is Craft and Full. She said I look better in person.
Oh,
I'm like, that damn YouTube. Look what it does to you.
Yeah, for me, they're always like,
You're tall.
"You're so tall."
But you don't
I'm like,
stand on the podcast.
We don't, and you can't really see the.
No, because it's kind of like you think we're the same height, but it doesn't work that way.
No.
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 But it was really nice. I appreciate all the ladies that came over to the booth where I was vending, made a purchase, sat and visited a little bit and talked, and it was just really, really nice. I mean, I really enjoyed myself at the Fiber Festival.
I really had a lot of fun.
You did. She was there most of the day on Saturday.
Yeah, if you're going by yourself, you wouldn't think it would be hard to get out of the house. But if I'm meeting somebody and I have to be there at 7, it's like I'm a little bit more motivated because I don't want to let somebody down. So I ended up leaving so late. I planned like 2 hours later than I really wanted to.
But there's so many people there to talk to, and everybody has the same interest.
I know, and it's just so cool.
Everyone was so pleasant.
My buddies, and it's so hard to not be there longer. It was such a nice time. It
was a good day, and it was good weather too.
Yeah.
Even though it was the same weekend as Rhinebeck, and a lot of people went to Rhinebeck, there was still a lot of people, a good crowd that came to Ann Arbor though.
Yeah.
It was really nice. I like going in the fall. The spring, not so much. But I like going in the fall.
They don't seem to have as many vendors
in the spring.
Right. I don't know if it's the time of year or...
Maybe because there's just other things to do.
Like file your taxes, I don't know.
Put your garden in. No.
Yeah, it's like finally the winter's breaking and I don't know what happened. So
we'll move on from that. But yeah, the Ann Arbor Fiber Festival was terrific. Terrific. So,
okay.
What do you got on there?
So, finished. I actually made a list.
Finished objects.
Yeah. Usually it's Sheila, so I guess whoever's hosting. This is my house today.
Yeah, the palm trees at Debbie's house.
Yeah, that's my house. And the samurai sword. Sorry about that. I'll remove it.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
So, finished objects.
It is finished.
It's done.
How lovely. Did you use all the yarn?
I was playing yarn chicken.
Well, this is not yarn. This is string.
This is how much I have left.
Yeah. This is just flat tape. It's like ribbon tape, it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's by Lang Yarns. It's
a good size.
Sold to Grady. It ended up So 100% cotton. And I ended up using 5 skeins. 2 of them were gradient and 3 of them were solid. So, and I love how it turned out. It was
nice.
Beautiful. And thank you to Marlisha. She sent me a pattern. Marvelous.
Marvelous.
So that's the name of it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so yeah, I didn't. I had a day the other day. I ended up having to rip back 3 projects.
Holy
And I
smoly.
did it all in one day. So yeah, this is going to be so warm for the winter. And also usable in the summer. Very versatile.
I have to step away for just a second. So
Okay.
carry on.
So, I was saying something. Oh, I can get away with saying basically anything I want right now, can't I? Not telling you. Okay. She ran into the other room and says, "Where's the light?" I'm not telling. Okay, so I finished this. Oh, I ended up ripping back 3 projects all in one day. And there was one other project that I was working on that I thought that the rows were just so long. And as soon as I cast this one off, where you can see how many stitches, right? It's like all of a sudden those rows aren't that long anymore. It was like, okay, good, I can work on this one now, which I'll talk about that one next. It would be funny to pass this to Sheila right now because she's not here. But I don't have any other finished objects. And I was thinking that perhaps Sheila might have some finished objects. She always has finished objects, you know.
I do. You know what? The water pill is being effective. That's all I have to say. It's like when the water pill calls, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
You can't. It's nothing you can hold. But yeah, I do got 2 finished. This was out of Malabrigo, and it's a chunky yarn. Basically, it's a roving that's wrapped in
thread.
Yeah, in thread. And if
It's
you
so
can, if I
soft.
hold
Is
it up
that
here.
acrylic?
No, this is Malabrigo. Does Malabrigo make acrylic?
I don't know. They could.
So it's just a 2x2 cowl. It was something I had to take on my trip, and then it just folds over. I've made another one of these before too, and then especially in the winter. Look, see,
That's nice.
Because it's coming our way.
And then if you have a hat on, you know.
So yeah, but it's really comfy and it's really soft. So yeah, this was the whole skein. As a matter of fact, I ran out. And on that part right there where it's extra black, I had to use some Koi.
You know, if you stop talking about it, nobody will ever notice.
I will always point it out because people will be like, oh, because people that don't know what we do, they'll be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Because they have no idea. Like, I played Yarn Chicken, they'll be like, what is that? They don't know what that is.
I'm teaching a friend of mine who is,
they don't know.
She's crocheted for many, many decades, and she decided she wanted to start knitting. And so I'm teaching her, and I ended up showing her, you know, I said, you got to watch out to make sure you leave enough to cast off. It's called Yarn Chicken. She started laughing. It was funny. There are a lot of folks out there who do podcasts who care about what type of tea. And so just in case you wanted to know what type of tea I'm drinking, this is Jasmine Silver Needle by Tivana. I ended up catching really good.
What do you mean silver needle? What is that?
It's from the same tree, but they harvested it at a different time, and it's all about how it's processed. So when it comes to black, oolong, green, white, silver, they're all from tea tree, and they're all processed just a little bit different. So yeah, some of them are roasted, some of them are lightly roasted, and it's amazing how it affects the caffeine, how they do that.
It's amazing you know that much.
Okay, republicoftea.com. They end up sending you something. Republic of Tea.
They sent me?
They send me.
Oh, you said they end up sending you.
Okay.
I thought you were talking to me.
Okay, yeah. If you sign up for their to be part of blah blah blah, like every week they'll send you some stuff that talks about tea.
Oh, okay, some literature.
So yeah, so it explains it a little bit more. Actually, Rubios and herbal are not technically tea because they're not from the tea tree. So they're not technically they're tea because they're not from that. But it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, Debbie. It's
Yeah, I'm not
tea.
sure. We have Taco Bell root beer.
She's trying to get me to spit my tea out.
Taco Bell root beer. I think it's A&W.
I ended up.
Oh, it could be mug root beer. I don't know. Whatever Taco Bell sells and root beer, that's what I got.
Okay.
Cheers. Okay. So I finished the Wonder Woman Shaw Doris.
Ooh.
And here it is. It's not blocked. But we'll start here. We'll come all the way down. I made the Wondrous size and it's crocheted. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I did run out of this color yarn right here, the red, white, and blue. I didn't have enough. So I used some black croy and then some mystery white. Go to black croy. And this is all I had left of the red, white, and blue. And then this gray yarn is a really, really soft. I want to say it's an MCN. But this thing is like huge. Yeah, and it's all done. Would I make another one? Yep, I sure would make another one. It's nice and it's soft and I like it. So those are my two knitted projects that are done, but I have a 5D diamond painting that I've done. Oh my God. Don't ever buy one this big for your first time around.
Oh.
Because it's a little, I don't know.
Daunting.
I mean, Jerry kind of helped me with it a little bit because I got tired of doing it. But here it is. This is the owl. It had 30 colors.
Ooh.
Yep. The legends on the side there. But you can see it there in all its shimmer.
You can see all the sparkles. It's just gorgeous.
And then here,
so each one of those are applied individually. So
yes.
you have all of the little beads, and each one of them is put on there individually.
Yep. So I need to take it to the store, get a mat to go all the way around because this is where the beads start right here. And then, of course, the mat would cover over this. But yeah, for being my first one, I think this was like under $5. I think I got it off Amazon or Etsy or eBay or one of those. But yeah, I would not suggest this one for your first go around. But it is done. I like it. I want to frame it and I'm going to put it up in my bedroom. It's kind of cute. I don't know why they call it 5D diamond painting. Oh, maybe because
5-dimension?
Yeah, 5-dimensional.
Or there's like 5 angles to it, maybe, because
could be. We can hang the bird up. So that's all my escapees.
Yeah, the bird would go good with my
the palm tree.
Yeah,
it could sit in the palm tree.
Okay. So, any new projects?
I have 2 because I went to Boston to see my daughter for the last time this year. So I took some knitting with me on the plane. And I can't knit on the plane because you're like this. The seats are smaller than what I'm sitting on. I mean, I know I cashed in all my miles and it cost me like $32 for my round trip ticket. But it's like you can't, you're like this. It's like, so you can't, I just knit in the airport or I knitted at my daughter's. But I did start another Pure Joy. And I'm using Plucky. And I believe the color is called Sandal. I will double check. That's a Plucky. She's a Michigan yarn dyer. Plucky's a big brand. Plucky.
No, what type of yarn?
That's what I just said. I don't know where the band is. Is it inside? Might be at home.
No.
It's not inside? Okay. And then
nice.
And the other yarn that I'm using is
pretty
from Knits for Comfort. She dyed this specially for me.
Really? Yep. That's so cool.
She asked me what colors I wanted. I told her what I wanted. And then she, two skeins. Am I in the middle? I hope not. Am I in? Bad. I'm in the middle.
Of a row? Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, we're just going to show you like this. And then
so here it is here.
I have the 2 needles.
Look, and I got my little happy stitch marker from Doris, and that's at One Fine Design on Etsy. Isn't that cute? I'll have to move it up.
She is such good stitch markers.
But here it is right here. So I only have 1, 2, 3 wedges. I only have 3 wedges, but it's very soft. I know I'm using my carbons. And I always get worried when I fly. I'm like, oh man, I should just take the cheapo needles. Because what if you get that one person that'll be like, oh, give me your needles, lady. Be like, you know what? Don't take my carbons because they're kind of a little pricey, you know?
So what I would do if I were trying to knit on the plane, and
but you got to have a big seat to knit on Spirit Airlines because those are like, you're like this, you're like this. It's like, who's going to get the arm thing? And it's like, then you kind of turn on your side.
Yeah, and then after a while it just hurts your shoulder.
Yeah, thank God it's a short flight.
So what I would do is I would screw the needles off, cap it, and then put my needles with my pens.
With your ink pens?
Yep.
Well, you know what? We went to...
And then if I wanted to knit, I'd pull out my, pull them out, twist them on.
In Detroit, they got a dog sniffing you in the line. And then when we went to Boston, there was no dog. But surprisingly, when we left at like 8 or 9 o'clock, we left at 8 o'clock at night, there was nobody in line. But they do have a dog at
Good.
The Metro Airport.
Good.
The dog walks past you twice.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a dog. I don't know if it's a drug dog, a bomb dog, or...
Probably both.
What kind of dog?
Is it 2 dogs?
No, it's 1 dog. Looks like a lab.
A very, very well-trained puppy.
So I purchased the cat lady's new design called Twinsies. So I'm like, you know what? I got to start it. So I decided to start it with the yarn that I got from Bonita. And it's the Border Luster Lamb from North Carolina. And
she's really carrying some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
She's starting to carry yarn that's like Cormo and Border Luster and a whole bunch of different other stuff that it's going to be difficult to find yarn from that from anyone else.
Here it is. I just started it. But it's the Twinsies by Andrea. And she's the cat lady. I forget what her last name is, and I don't have the pattern with me because it's on my tablet. So as I'm knitting this, as you may not know or may know, I have a whole tub of hand-spun yarn. I like spinning, but I've only made 2 things with my hand-spun, and I've been spinning for 4 years. So as I'm knitting this away, I'm thinking, oh my God, I probably got some of this in my bucket. Why am I knitting with somebody else's breed-specific yarn, which is beautiful, and I got my own yarn, which...
Did you see if you have any Border Luster?
I have all kinds downstairs. I have a whole bin.
Because you could actually see if you have Border Luster, and then you could accent with it.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm knitting with Bonita's hand-spun yarn before I'm knitting with my own.
It's not hand-spun.
I'm calling it hand-spun because it's not factory.
It's from a mill.
Oh, you're just ruining the whole thing for me.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, you should really spin with your own. But you know what? Since it's
But as I'm sitting there, I'm just like, why am I not using my own?
You know, I am. We're not talking about it yet, but this is how much I've got so far with my.
I don't know.
So I have this. This is new from my Shetland.
Right. Oh, that's nice.
It's more than what I had when you were. Oh, I took my bag to the other room because
this is really nice. No, I was just thinking I got all this handspun downstairs. You know, usually you knit with everything that has merino nylon in it. Merino nylon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get something nice like from Bonita, and I'm knitting with it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this stuff is nice, and I have stuff that I done too, but I'm not using it.
Yeah, I have about twice this amount spun right now. A little bit more than twice, actually. What I have in my other bag in the other room is a little bit thicker than this. So once I have just a little bit more that I should be able to finish by the end of this week, and then all of my Shetland will be spun up.
It will?
Yes. And then I'm going to count how many yards I have, and then I want to make a pattern with it. And I know I want to do a shawl.
You do?
Yeah. And I don't have the pattern all up there, but I have an idea. And but before I start working on the next one, I want to finish my last one. But yeah, so you see what she's doing? Yeah, it's
I don't know. Projects.
I know.
The end of the year's
I'm
coming. It's
so
like
busy.
you want to empty out your I know, I want to empty out my project bags.
I
I want to empty a lot of them
Okay.
out.
What I do generally in January is I look through everything that I have and figure out which ones am I never ever going to finish and take them off the needle. Um, I'll have like cast on binges where in like 3 days I'll cast on 6 projects. Um,
Wow.
and then I only work on 1 or 2 of them. So yeah, that'll be coming up. Since I was talking about spinning, I also got these 2 done. These are single plied right now. I think these are merino.
Those are
And
merino?
then this one was Shetland.
That one's nice too. That one
And
smells sheepy.
this one, yeah. And so I have these. What I think I want to do with this is I want to get another color of some sort and fly it to both of them and then use it kind of like a mill-in type thing, like a crazy mill-in to have it. But if I have like a brown or a beige or a black as a constant between the 2 of them, then they'll look like they blend a little bit more. So that's kind of what I have planned for these 2.
That'll be
So,
nice.
yeah, I'm trying to spin with projects in mind. What would I do
I
with
didn't.
it?
I just spun to fill the tote. Like spun to spin and get practice and figure it out and get hand coordination with my feet and my eyes.
Okay.
I'm sure people that play video games would probably be really good at it because they already got the hand-eye coordination thing going. You just got to have, well, you know what? If you got an electric spinner, you don't even need your feet.
You don't.
Just the hand and eye coordination.
I really like the feet thing. There's just something about being able to spin the wheel. I just love it. I don't know. Just personal preference. So I did start a new project. I started See You in September by Nancy Whitman. She is amazing. And so I ended up seeing that she was doing a Cal. So
Are you in?
I'm in. So this is one of those things where I can do while I'm watching TV, but I'm not taking it to class with me to knit in class.
You can do lace while you watch TV?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
So if you
Here,
could hold that.
I got this side.
So this is where it is so far.
And you can do that while you watch TV?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Isn't this beautiful yarn?
It is. It's very soft. What is it?
It's by Honey Pot Yarns.
Honey Pot?
Yep. It's Angora lamb. So 80% lamb's wool, 10% Angora, and 10% merino.
Very nice.
And I've knitted something else with it, but it's like a half pie. And it seems to not want to stay on the shoulders. It's like one of those ones where it's a little less than half pie, so it's like you really want it to be a little bit more than pie so it stays on your shoulders. This one just always seems to fall off. So if I run out of yarn, that one is coming.
Is it?
It's not going to stay in the done pile. So,
No.
Okay, I got that one. And then one of those days, that one day that I ended up,
there you go.
oh,
I need a longer cord. Seriously, look. It's too smushed. See?
Huh?
Need a longer cord. Pure joy. I think I'm going to like this one too. I like the
It's
other
pretty.
one. And it's nice now that it's cold, getting cold. Oh, here you go. I can start wearing all these to work. I brought one here, but Debbie's place is a little warm, so I'm like,
Okay. It was very sunny today.
was it?
hmm It was
See,
a beautiful day. It was
I can't see outdoors.
it was like 60 out.
Really?
So it was beautiful outside. So when that happens, I open the front door and it just brings a lot of heat in.
Were you
And
on
then
Instagram recently?
last night, like at midnight.
Oh, because Karen Simply Stash List, I follow her on Instagram.
Okay.
It was snowing where she lives in Washington. She showed it.
Wow.
Her dog Gus was in the snow.
Oh, yeah, it's
It just
supposed
makes
to
me
snow.
cringe when I see that.
It's supposed to snow
Or Victoria
soon.
from Victoria Knits is in Montana.
Okay.
It looked like the front of a winter postcard.
Yeah.
All the snow on it. I was just like, oh, my bones just rattled. They were just like, oh,
Okay, so
don't
this
want to do
one,
the cold, but it's so pretty.
I'm gonna, oops, what am I doing?
See, I can't do this pattern while I'm talking because I'll end up messing it up.
Okay, so, I have another one that I'll show you, but I want to get to the end of the row. It'll be easier to show you then. This one right here, I have just a few more rounds.
She's still making the coat.
Well, I stopped after a while.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you want me to help you or just move out of the way?
No, just sit there. It's all good.
Move out of the way.
So this is, yeah, here we go. We'll just put it in front of you. Okay. So, yeah, it's almost done. Just a few more rounds around here, and then this will be done. I was hoping to get it done for today, but that's not happening. When I showed my friend, she ended up saying, "Wow, that's going to be warm."
That's what I'm saying. You could wear a tank top underneath there.
She's just a skinny thing, though.
So what? She's got no meat on her bones.
No meat.
No meat on her bones.
She's losing weight too. I'm like, what the heck?
How come?
I don't know.
She wants to?
Yeah. Like, okay. So I'm going to talk about this one anyways. Not to the end of the row, but I want to keep working. I'm hoping to get this one done by the end of the podcast. Probably won't happen. Okay, so this is duplicity. The thing that's really cool about this is the middle of it, where you can see the little stuff on there. I ended up running out of the red, well, running out of the first color of yarn. So what I did is I ended up dyeing some, and some of these things end up being just hot messes. I highly suggest to just before you dye something.
You know what I just thought of when you said a hot mess?
Uh-oh.
I have yarn that needs to be wound up, and I can't wind any yarn at my house.
Ooh,
I should have brought it over.
I would be happy. So actually, I got it a little bit straighter. I should probably wind it into a skein thing just so you... Okay. I'm going to do that just to make life easy because this thing gets hot mess real fast. If you are taking somebody's yarn, so
What'd you dye that with?
I did acid dye and I put it in a crock pot.
Crock pot dyeing?
Yep, I have fun doing that. So this is one of the two colors that I'm doing.
Cute.
And this is the other one. Again, what I should have done on this puppy is make sure that I had it well done so that it wouldn't twist funny and be hard to find the ends and stuff like that. So
is that merino? Or is that
it wasn't marked.
Oh, it wasn't marked?
Yeah.
So it was
So
just natural.
yeah, it was natural when I got it. It's if you're seeing a little bit of color variation, there is.
Mm-hmm.
So one side is lighter than the other, and there is a little bit of color in there, a couple little flecks of color in there. And this one's got a little bit too.
It's like a bluish.
I was going for purple, but I ended up doing like gray.
Gray?
I did gray as because gray's gonna go with anything, and because I couldn't get the same color, me trying to figure out and dye it the same color just wasn't gonna work. I talked to
Just do an accent color.
yeah, it trying to duplicate what somebody else did is very, very difficult. And for where I am with dyeing, I just didn't think that I was going to be able to get close enough to it that it wouldn't look like I had like a way bad dye lot problem or something. So I just went with gray on it. So, wait, where is it? So right here, this side, I'm going to start transitioning to just the gray. And then I'm going to do the one that was lighter with a little bit more color on this side and then transition it like
You know what
that.
that would look good in? Is if you do one side in a natural alpaca and then do the other side in a variegated alpaca color.
Ooh,
Ideas.
yes.
Do you like making that?
Um,
Probably not. No.
it gets kind of boring after a while.
Is it short rows?
No,
It's not.
no. You knit. The only thing that's crazy about it is, well, I mean, but it's beautiful. I mean, whatever. There's different things. You work on both sides of it. So you work on one side and then you work on cast on and work on the other. So it's pretty easy. I have a whole bunch I have like 3 bags of alpaca.
One thing you think that would look good in alpaca yarn?
Would be beautiful. I was trying to figure out what to do with
The stitches would be bigger too.
They would be. I have 3 bags of alpaca, and I want to knit them all up and probably ply them a little bit together and make something with all of it in one project. But I'm just like, not sure what I want to do yet. But I know I want it in one project. I don't know why I'm being
You
so
know what I just
specific,
thought
but
of? Whatever happened to that poncho thing you made? Where it had the armholes in it? Sharon made one.
yeah,
Did you made one too?
yes.
I
Did you
think
want to see it? You want me to go get it right now?
no, I was just thinking about that. I'm just thinking, you know what, 'tis the season. You could be wearing that. That poncho
I have looked at it a couple times, but I haven't been wearing the right shirt.
to go underneath.
It's not skin next to the skin soft for me.
It's not.
So, it's wool. It's very warm, but I tend to be picky on
No.
that. I know, right? No mohair. Oh, and my friend that I'm teaching how to knit, she ended up saying, "There's just some stuff that's just so scratchy," and she brings it out mohair. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to touch it. She goes, "Oh no, no, yeah, I know what it is. No, thank you." And
Yeah, you
she's
can
like,
get you a couple
"Why?"
balls of that.
No, she doesn't like mohair.
She doesn't like. I don't
No,
mind mohair.
and she was, it's still cool being able to know so much more about the breeds and studies and stuff like that, like with what Benita's doing. I ended up picking up about 23 different breeds from Benita. It could have been 24. At least 23 different breeds from Benita from the Fiber Expo. That I'm not bringing out because, I mean, you guys really don't want to just hear all the different, Cornwall, Cotswold, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
As she
I'll,
makes her little book, she'll probably
yeah.
show.
It's been so long since we've had a regular episode. It's been a whole month actually. So I didn't want to bring out too much about that
Could do a
today.
fiber episode.
I would love that. I think it would be good. I think it
Yeah.
would be good.
But I don't have. That is all I don't have any
Oh,
DIY. Do I have any DIY? No, I don't. Except that 5D diamond painting, but I consider that finished. No spinning for me. And I don't know when I'll be able to spin, and I don't know.
so your home life's changed a lot. So we're going to be looking at the samurai sword a little bit.
Yes,
So that's fine. So
this will be our new podcasting place.
for a few, and that's
Unless
just fine.
we're in a public place, and then we'll have everybody just staring at us.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
Be like, what are
Oh,
you
we
doing?
could still go to Sam's.
We could go to the yarn stop. That'd be funny because we could be recording to be like, what are you looking at? And we'd be like, we're looking at ourselves. So what do we got? Stash enhancements.
Ooh.
So I can say that in the Fiber Pusher podcast group on Ravelry, she had a sock yarn swap round robin. So I got in on it, and I got this a little bit ago, and I got it from Finland.
Ooh.
So, and ain't this the cutest little card she sent?
Aw.
So she sent me a cute little card, and she
With
is,
kitty
yeah,
on it.
she's from Finland.
Oh, cool.
So the idea was to, you have a skein of sock yarn you thought you were going to use, you thought you really liked it, but you don't, and you're not going to do nothing with it now. So it's just to pass it on to someone else. So the round robin, you get your sock yarn in the mail, and then you mail off to someone else. So from Finland, I received, and this is really like a wine color.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's a wine color. And this is the label here, if you can see
Does
it.
it say what kind of yarn it is?
So the label here is superwash wool,
Okay.
7525, and it's 440 yards. And the color is VARI.
Yeah, it's not in English.
Yep, this is not in English. But I don't know if you can see the label there. I don't want to mess it up. But it was very, very pretty. So you should be getting, because you're in it too.
Yes.
But very, very pretty yarn from Finland. And I so much appreciated that. My daughter went to Spain and Italy about a month ago. And she ran across a yarn store while she was in Italy. So she went in and picked me up some yarn. And I don't know if anybody's watching from the UK, but this is where she purchased it from. Again, I don't want to mess it all up. And I think this was the bag they gave her too. But I got 2 skeins of Monadale Super Wool, which is very, very soft in a beautiful shade of blue. So I got 2 of those. And then I got 2 of these. So this must be a commercial brand there in Italy. And this is a dark blue. So we got a powder blue and a dark blue. And she brought me back 4 skeins. And this doesn't even seem like a yarn bag wool, but oh look, there's a little lady on the corner and she's spinning. Look, I just now noticed that.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it'll be, I think I'm going to make a hat out of this, and I think I'll probably do some, what do you call it, color work? Fair Isle? Fair Isle. Oh, and I have to lean in because I did do a little shopping while I was in Ann Arbor. I did a little bit. And I purchased a couple things from a couple vendors there. So, let's see here. The first thing I picked up was some yarn. And this was from Roberta Ray Fibers. She was vending there. Cute little card. I keep messing this up. You keep messing it up? That means it's time to stop. Right? It's time to stop. So the yarn I purchased from her, the colorway is called Autumn Sky, and it's an MCN. And I got 2 skeins from her.
merino cashmere nylon,
Yep.
in case anybody hasn't heard those terms before.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is lovely. Lovely, lovely.
Very, very, very. Oh, wait, I wanted to touch that.
Oh. And she was also makes her own soap. And the soak, it's a wool wash. Water, lanolin, pure Castelite, jojoba oil, lavender, and cedar essential oil. And it smells really nice. I don't know how many ounces this is, but it's wool wash.
This is so nice.
Don't you
so soft.
Don't you like cashmere?
Not really. It's itchy.
Cashmere. Oh my gosh, look at this. This was another project. See how I am? I'm all over the place.
It's okay. You're allowed.
So I'm still making market bags because I can crochet. And I'm using my wooden hook from, where's it from? My wooden crochet hook that I got in Elegant. I love it.
Right there. It's from them.
It's from them? Yep. Just do it the easy way. It's from them. Don't try to read it like it's from them. But I'm making a granny square bag now out of that
we're
cotton.
getting older. Can't read everything, huh?
So this is one side, and then I started the bottom here, but then I ran out of yarn at the airport. So this is going to be a granny square bag. I still have all the bags in the natural color. I figure once I get them all done, I got a bunch of dye for cotton from Ming Mao. So I will take advantage of getting that all taken care of once I get a bunch of the market bags done. And then right across from us in Ann Arbor was Yarn Rainbow, Lithuanian yarn, yarn from the UK. And she had this shawl as a sample hanging there. Let me get my paper out. Right here. This was the shawl that she had hanging up in the booth. So I went over there, and this was the cotton that you would use to make it. Well, this is kind of small. It's a little shawlette, see? So I bought two. I figured I'd stripe it. But this is 100% cotton. But it's really, really soft. It's really, really soft.
Very nice.
And I got the pattern with the purchase of the yarn. And then she also was selling thread. So, of course, I got to get some of this because sometimes I do the doilies, and this is really nice. Her prices were really, really good. I started following her on Instagram. She's out of Illinois. So if you crochet, she's got really good prices on this Lithuanian cotton. And it's Yarn Rainbow. So I did purchase those. And I think that is it. There might be more. I'm not used to packing for a podcast. So we need to leave some bags on the floor, as I've been told, and then put things in the bag.
Yeah, I always found it easy just to go ahead and
because otherwise I'm packing the bag like at, I don't know, 5:45 in the morning before I go to work, and by the time I get 4 miles down the road, then I'm like, oh, I forgot that. I know where it is. But then I can't go back to get it.
I tend to start, if I know I'm going to be seeing somebody and I'm like, man, I meant to give that to them like the last 3 times.
Right.
I start making a bag and I actually put it like right over there. And then I remember, well, most of the time when I get it in a bag, I remember to take it to the person. Or sometimes I even put it in my vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, I needed to get you something. Oh, that's right. It's in my car.
It's in the car.
Yeah. And if you forget something, that's something you can do too.
That'll work. So I also got these from Debbie because she's so organized being in school. These are purchase logs that she's using when we go to fiber fairs and fiber shows. She actually has these in a binder, and she's going to show you right now.
Yeah. So one of the other items that I did is I ended up buying some Romney from 3 LNS Farms. They're definitely a buy. I ended up getting about almost 4 pounds. So after washing, it'd probably be about 3.5 pounds.
So what, a half pound of poop?
I don't know.
Or straw or
Dirt
feed?
or who knows. I'm just guessing. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Very, very clean. Look at the staple on them puppies. And what I really like about that, and this is not full of poop.
Thank goodness.
The gray one right here, it starts at gray down here, and up here it goes to beige. And that's the real color of it, is after it's washed. It's so cool having stuff to spin that has a little bit of a fleck of color in it. And then
you get tired of looking at the same color?
Well, it's just, I think it's cool instead of just being, it put like a speckle in it.
You know what? Talking about spinning, we got to spin in an old farmhouse.
We did. This is the other Romney. I ended up getting more of the Romney.
Did you?
Or more of the black than I did of the other color. That's just how it ended up being.
Have you dyed any of your animal fur that you've bought so far?
No.
None?
I haven't figured out how to label it, because if I'm going to dye something, I'm going to want to dye like 4 or 8 or 10 of them all at the same time. And to do that, I'm going to want to have like a tag, and I just haven't figured out how to put a tag on it.
Right.
So then I'm like, well, what was this one? Was this one camel, or was this one mohair, or whatever?
Right.
This one right here, I ended up getting, and I kept a sample of it from Michigan Fiber Festival. I ended up getting some alpaca. This was a dream to spin.
You like alpaca?
I did, but her alpaca was amazing. So
was it?
Yeah, it was so easy to spin. I really loved that. And I'm also keeping how much I paid for it too. So
The receipts.
The receipts are in the back.
See what school will do to you. It'll organize you.
I probably would have done this.
You're
before.
an organized person.
Yeah. Stuff like this is easy. So CJ Kopek Creations, love, amazing stuff. And then I didn't fill this one in.
4th place? How'd you get 4th place? That was the animal?
The Shetland.
They actually gave you the ribbon?
Yep, they gave me the ribbon.
No way. You bought the fur and they gave you the ribbon?
Yep.
Nice. You got 4th place?
Yep. The Ramblin' and Shetland Sheep Farm. So that was the one that you let me get. I'm sorry. She picked it out for me. I said, I'd like a medium color. Like probably put a little purple in.
Oh, this is all in Allegan.
Yeah.
There's so much fleece there to buy.
And it was incredible. It just left me like, how in the world can she pick out something and I'm like picking the other stuff, and she's like, no, look at this one. I'm like, okay. And I picked it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So was this the first or second fiber festival that you went to where you didn't buy any yarn?
The 2 of them I really didn't buy yarn. It was all
fiber?
Fiber, yeah. There's actually one on Saturday coming up.
Where?
The one that was at that school.
What school? Chelsea?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I have to go to work training.
Ooh.
Oh, that school one's really cool.
Yeah.
In Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have a wheel repair, and so I need to get my aunt's wheel repair, and so I'm going there mostly for getting the wheel repair.
Sure, you better put those horse things on your head. Don't look at anything except look forward only.
I know. I have...
What time are you going?
Oh, I don't know yet. What time?
I can't. I got training till noon, and then I got a birthday party at 3. Never mind.
Darn it.
Don't text me any pictures either.
I might have
That'll just be torture.
Okay.
That'll just be torture.
So there is one other thing that I got.
Did you? What other thing did you get?
I ended up winning from Pinhook and Needles from Marlisha and
Oh yeah, the girls from Pinhook and Needles.
Yeah,
They're
and
so
her
sweet.
daughter Natalia.
Yes.
No,
Talia and Marlisha.
And she ended up giving me this cool hand.
But you know who makes the card? Is Brittany, who is B-Wing. And the Crochet Whovian talks about her. Also, Marlisha does too. I guess she makes cards or sells cards. Or maybe you can contact her on Ravelry. Yeah, this is like a homemade card. And the front...
I've been going to parties with my mom every once in a while to make homemade cards. I have a bunch of them. Are you?
That's beautiful.
It is.
Pretty scissors. She got good stamping on it. Everything.
No. Very, very nice. And very, very sweet words inside, too. You ladies got some things right with what you're doing. And then on top of it, they like tea, so they sent me Irish and English breakfast.
Terrific.
So, and then they sent me some yarn. And this was
won yarn?
This was from the Cardiac Read-Along. And so this is Cascade Yarns, 2 skeins, and it's a stretchable, it's got some stretch in it.
You got ideas for it?
Yes, I do. It's 98.3% cotton and 1.7% elastic. I want fingerless mitts.
Is that what you're going to do with it?
Yes. Fingerless mitts make me feel pretty, so I need to make more.
How many pairs you got? A couple?
2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Not enough.
Do you ever run them to here, or do you run them to here?
I ended up getting in a,
why am my nose so itchy? I think it's your fur.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's probably this.
The acrylic?
Yeah, it's stinky.
No, I mean like fur, like.
Yeah, I don't know. There's every once in a while I'll be like spinning with something and
it'll get you?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. You know, I love Angora. I can't spin it.
Angora? I've tried it too. It's very hard because it's so short.
Yeah. I need to, I love knitting with it, so I need to wait in a year or something like that, get a little bit better at spinning, and then I'll do it. I had no idea what I was asking you to do when I asked you to spin that Angora. You're such a nice friend. I think I changed topic mid-sentence. I'm sorry.
Did you?
I don't know.
What size are those needles?
35.
But they're see-through cords. They're like this is like an IV drip. Look. The cord's like an IV drip.
It's thicker than an IV drip.
Seriously, this is what they put in the house.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember in like July or August, a friend of mine was working on a chenille blanket that she decided to do. She crochets, and it was for a king size bed, but it hit the floor on both sides of the bed, and it had like an extra 2 yards, a yard or two, to it. So it was just like a killer project. And she's like, I don't even want to do it. And I'm like, okay, well, then it's not for you. That's a bad fit for a project. You want something that you're going to do that's going to actually make you feel good about doing it. You're not crocheting because you are solely focused on one project and you hate it. You need to do something else. And she goes, okay, I can't rip it out. Do you want it? I'm like, yes. And we're meeting at, we're out for lunch or something. She goes, okay, I'll give it to you. I said, I'm following you home before you change your mind. And so I went over to her house and grabbed it. And so that's why I'm making her this. And it was chunky acrylic chenille. And
is that from Joann's or Michael's or
something like that? And so I'm I ended up making a jacket for her.
That's nice
And
of
she's
you.
like, "You sure you don't want some?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no."
You tired of working on it?
Oh yeah. It doesn't slide easy. It's
Mm-hmm.
very, very hard on my hands. And before I'm done with it, and I plan on finishing this puppy today, before I'm done, this little part right here, it's going to be killing me just because of how hard it is
Put
to
some
work with.
nutmeg oil on it.
You know what? I should.
Yep. There you go. I moved up my marker. Now my marker's at the top.
Yeah. So your progress keeper. So next
My
time
progress keeper, because I'm going to make this one super big. Now that I know what it actually looks like, I like it, but I think I want to make the next one like super duper big.
Oh, you know, I was working the one project that I dyed the stuff for.
Yeah.
To work on that one, duplicity. I'm like, these rows are so long, but when I was done with that green one, the rows were like 3 times as big as that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? It's not
It's
so
like
bad
200 to
anymore.
300 stitches.
Yeah.
It's 200 to
So
300.
I actually have one for breed studies too. What?
Nothing, you're just so organized.
Well, I mean, I want to be able to look at it.
Breed studies. Would you spin it? What did you like? What did you like the least? Knitting, felting, final assessment. Oh, I like how that you got on there. Stay away. Stay away. Wow, that's cool.
Well, what I want to do is I want to grab a fiber, and I don't want to look at the name of the fiber, and I just want to,
So you'll know.
well, I want to objectively look at it. And when I grab the kid mohair, if I see kid mohair,
I don't want
I
any
am
more.
not going to be objective.
I do not want any more mohair. I just gave away 2 6-ounce balls, I think,
Okay.
to a friend that's excited to give it the Charmin squeeze, and I'm like, you can have it because I'm kind of done with mohair. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I do have more mohair from you.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, not for me.
Is it from you?
No.
No, is it from Pat? I think I
Yeah.
got more mohair from Pat. So yeah.
But it's very nice mohair.
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
I
a
don't want
mohair
it.
blend.
But it's blue.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's a beautiful blue, and it's got like a shiny purple hue to it. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But no, thank you. um,
We don't have a story because I didn't bring the book, but I need to throw my book in the bag for Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
we'll get it.
I have to find it and then bring it over.
Yeah, and we're over an hour.
Oh, are we? Okay.
So, anything else?
Nope. If we forgot anything,
We'll catch you
just
next
send
time.
us a message. Thanks for subscribing. If you want to subscribe on YouTube, the button's on the top or the button's on the bottom or the button's somewhere where it says subscribe. If you want to join Ravelry, that'd be great too. We're on Instagram. All of our links are on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Otherwise, if we don't see you before Thanksgiving,
Have a good one.
have
Yeah.
a good Thanksgiving with whoever you're spending it with, and be safe.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming back all these times for everybody who's returning viewer.
Yep, and all the ladies who came to the Ann Arbor Fiber
It
Festival.
was so nice meeting you.
It was good.
Yeah. Okay, so I wish you guys a wonderful week. Nothing but happiness for you guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Get in the giveaway, right?
Yeah. Tell your friends.